Hey everyone, so don't know if you can hear me, it's a little loud right now, but I'm going to punch needle and get a board done, or try to get as much done as I can tonight. Had quite a bit of a hiccup with setup, but I will inform you all more and check in as we go through the night. It is, let's see, it's 6:32 and I've made 3 sales already, so woo, it's exciting. But yeah, I'm just gonna hang out and punch needle, and I will check back in with you all a little bit later. Hey everyone, so it is Monday now. I realized that I did not have an actual ending to that market vlog. I wanted to go a little bit into what happened in that day and how the market went and just give a little bit of a close to that first market experience. Overall, it was great and I had a great time. The start of the day was quite chaotic. Started off that day just fine. The week before, so all of last week, I was actually at a trade show for my job and it was super busy and I have been so stressed the last couple of weeks because not only was it trade show week, which that trade show is like the Super Bowl in my industry, so it is everybody's there, all hands on deck, like it's the craziest busiest time. You're so tired at the end of the week. But we were, there that entire week and just kind of working as normal. And at the same time as that at work, I'm in the process of like a huge switch over of a new system. I'm implementing a bunch of things. I'm kind of the charge in front of it. And so it's a lot going on right now. So I was super stressed the last 2 weeks, which is why you didn't get a video at all. We're coming to the end of most of that to where I should, quote unquote, knock on wood and everything else, be able to breathe in a little bit. I had planned to do a bit of work for, small business things and for the market when I got home on Friday night. But I was so drained and so tired from just the day in general and the week. And also my husband and my son were sick all week. I just kind of came into a lot of chaos, was really tired. And so I just went to sleep and I set my alarm clock for early the next morning. I got up, I went out front and I set up my tent, but I had not gotten any good sleep. So that 8 a.m. when I got home late too was still really rough for me to actually get up and start doing things. And so I went outside, didn't think to put my camera out at all or film myself, just attempting to set my tent up and trying to get it up. That was the first time I'd ever popped it up. So it took me just a couple minutes to really get it figured out. I had put on the walls and then went to see if I liked that or not, or if I wanted to keep them up and, went through a little bit of a change there. And then I just took my tables out, but I didn't actually set up my display itself. And that, I think, is one of the main reasons where things went wrong. If I would have at least brought out, not the products, but just the actual displays, then my sticker display probably would have broken at home, and then I would have been able to plan to change it when I was at the market, but that didn't happen, and it is what it is, so it's fine. I ended up just putting up my tables. I got everything set up, and then I said, okay, I'm good to go from here. So I put it back down, got everything packed up in my car. At least I thought it was everything. Made myself a list and decided I needed to run to the store really quick to get a few things to try to display my magnetic bookmarks because I realized I forgot any sort of display for them. So I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought a few different like acrylic holders just to kind of lay them in and make them a little more visible. Great, it worked fine. I had no issues with that whatsoever and I was happy with it. And I ended up coming back home. I didn't end up getting in or back and situated until closer to like 1:30-ish. So I was like, that's fine. If I leave at 2, then I'll get there at 3 and I'll have an hour to set up and I should be good. Well, an hour and a half. Worst decision ever. I got myself ready. I got in the car. I left. Realized one, I need to stop for gas. So I stopped and put gas in. Then realized as I was driving and I had gotten about halfway from my house that I forgot my pegboard for the sticker display. And I had forgotten a chair for myself and a few other things. I needed batteries for my lights. And I was like, oh my gosh, I left everything just sitting in the room. So I turned around, drove back, took me a while to get back, which was super stressful because I'm just watching the GPS time go up that I'm going to get there now at 3:30 and I'm going to get there now at 3:45 and I'm going to get there now at 4 o'clock. And it was from 4:30 to 9. So I was stressed. I texted my husband and asked him to take everything that I was missing and put it on the front porch for me so I could just drive back past the house, throw it in the car and leave. And that's exactly what I did. On the way back though, as I was leaving, I started driving and realized I had hit traffic so badly, like really badly. And it was horrendous. I was stressing out so bad. I was trying to listen to a podcast and I was trying to like listen to music and anything to kind of keep me in a good mood because I was on the verge of tears just seeing the time tick up to when it started. I really did not want to miss this market. You know, I didn't go to my first one because I just didn't feel that I was prepared enough and I didn't feel confident enough to go. And so I really wanted to make sure that I went to this one. So I tried to stay positive. I messaged the organizers of the market and let them know that, hey, is this still okay? My GPS is saying this time. I'm stuck in traffic. I had some car issues. I needed to get gas. Like, I had so many things that had went on right beforehand. And they were like, yeah, you're good. Don't worry about it. I ended up not getting there until 4:30. So when it actually started, or I think it was 10 minutes before, it was like 4:20 or something like that. When I got there, the ladies were absolutely wonderful. And we're like, no worries at all. It doesn't really pick up until it gets dark anyways. You're okay. Like, you have time to set up. Let's walk you to. They had saved a space for me, so I didn't have to look for parking, which was wonderful. I will definitely be doing another collective corner market because it was just, they were wonderful. So I got everything packed up in my son's wagon is what I used because I didn't buy my own wagon, but he's got a nice strong wagon. So I used that, packed everything up at once, packed everything in the wagon, and then was led to my spot. And then I started setting up and everything was going really smoothly. Everybody who was around me was super sweet and they asked if I needed help with anything and they were all just being so nice. Somebody helped me put up my tent and it was wonderful. So I was having a great time and I was like, oh, I'll be good. I'll get this all set up. It won't be an issue. Then came the pegboard incident that you all saw in the video. My brain just like went insane because stickers are the majority of what I have right now. I have bookmarks, you know, I have the magnetic bookmarks, but the stickers are the ones that I have the most of. And so seeing it pop off the table, at first I just thought maybe I did it too tight or something like that. Realized that the pegboard hooks that I purchased, which I think I have them over here somewhere. Maybe I do. I have too many things, but I ordered these off of Amazon. And I have two on that pegboard. First off, the screws to these were not long enough to actually use in my pegboard. So like if you can see it in here, but like these screws are not even through the side of the pegboard. So when the pegboard's in the middle of it, like this isn't going to do anything, but this is marketed as a pegboard like stand. So I need to get larger screws, longer ones, and I'm going to go and get a couple of them so that I can put them on with like some nuts and washers and stuff. And I'm going to put all four on the bottom of this. Or I was thinking about, instead of doing it on the table itself, I'm just going to make a stand for my pegboard. And I think I might go more of the stand route and I'll save these for something else. Don't know what yet, but maybe, I don't know, something else. But it did not like my pegboard whatsoever. So I was super frustrated. It popped off. There was no saving it. There was no way for me to prop it up. The pegboard would have been too heavy. I was just really happy that it broke off the table before I had put a bunch of stickers on it. And then I had stickers all over the grass too, because I wasn't on a sidewalk. I was in the grass and I don't have like a carpet or a rug to go underneath. Luckily, that was it. It just broke off right behind the table. And my lovely vendor neighbor, she picked it up for me, leaned it back against my table and was like, if you need help with anything, let me know. And I was like, thank you so much. But I couldn't figure out another way to really fix it. I had zip ties, but I didn't know how to make anything work properly. So instead I was like, all of the stickers will just be laid out on the table. So not my ideal. I really wanted like height and to draw people in a little bit more, but I was like, everything will just have to be flat on the table for right now. And that's just how it is, unfortunately. So yeah, they all laid out on the table and I just went and continued putting out all of the product that I had. And I think I really ended up enjoying, you know, kind of that minimal layout. Definitely want it to look a little better next time at my next market. You know, now that I have done one, I definitely know what things I want to change, what I want to happen with my display. Yeah, went on with the market and it ended up being a really great market. I made 9 sales, which was wonderful. I was not expecting to make any sales, to be totally honest. It was absolutely freezing. And so normally Jingle Eve is a pretty busy like walkthrough of a lot of people on the street because there's more than just vendors out. There's food and drinks and there's music and things like that. So walking from place to place over the stretch of the few roads should give a lot of foot traffic for people walking past, but it wasn't as busy because it was freezing. And I know that's it. A lot of people don't want to go out in the cold. Everybody was super bundled up and like Florida cold. I understand. I'm from Ohio. Real cold is cold, but Florida cold is a different type. And especially if you've been been down here for a long time too. It was so cold out and I wore a dress, and luckily I brought a sweater because I had like a little spaghetti strap dress on. Bad choice. I was like sweating putting up my tent and like just rushing and making sure everything was together. But the minute I stopped moving, it was absolutely freezing the rest of the night. So I had my sweater on, but everybody was walking past bundled up. It was just a few people here and there. And then I had my first sale was 2 bookmarks, and then I had a couple people buy stickers, and I pretty much just sold stickers and bookmarks until the very end. They were doing fireworks that night as well, and so the organizers messaged us in the group chat and let us know that we could just stay up if we wanted to for a little bit longer. We didn't have to pack up and leave by 10 as they had stated previously, because people had to walk back to their cars, so we could probably get some extra sales. And I was really happy that I did stay up, because at the end of the night I sold 3 punch needle coasters and a few additional stickers. It was really, really nice. I'll go over the price and all of that in a second, but I had a really great time, and now I am really looking forward to doing my next market. So here's kind of the cost breakdown for everything. I bought my tent on Facebook Marketplace for $100, so that was already there. My tables were $30 a piece from walmart.com. There was like a deal and I had a coupon, so I was really, really excited about that. I have 2 6-foot tables. And then I also got, are my tables 6 foot or 8 foot? 6 foot. 6 foot is what they are. 2 6-foot tables that was wonderful. My tablecloth, my everything else. I'm going to link all the stuff that I purchased down in the description below so that you guys can, see everything and kind of do the add up yourself. I probably spent like $200 on setup itself, like just getting everything together. My tent, my tables, my little displays, the tablecloth covers, all of that. I already owned the wagon, did not purchase that. Already owned the chair, which that was another thing. My chair broke on me in the middle. It's a really old fold out chair, like fabric camping chair, but I went to stand up on it and I touched the arm to get up and the whole arm fell off the chair. So I ended up just using some of the clear tape that I had just purchased to like tape the arm and the joint together so that I could sit and I didn't have to stand for the entire 3 hours that we had left of the show, and it worked. I ended up punch needling the rest of the night and not really moving from the side. This is all I ended up getting done while I was punch needling, was just the white, because I kept stopping to talk to people and just have conversations with my vendor neighbors and things like that. But yeah, it was a lot. But so the chair broke. I already owned that. And then everything else that I had purchased previously just to have. So like the square reader and all of that stuff that goes with it, my lights, everything. So I'll link everything below. Hopefully at some point I can get an Amazon storefront and then it'll all be in one place, but I'll link as much as I can down below in the description for my setup for this market. But it was a really great time. In total sales, I made $128 that night, and the cost of the booth itself was $85. So when you count everything in all together, I made absolutely zero profit. If I am counting just what it costs for me to actually have the table itself, I made a little bit after, and that was great. All I wanted to do was at least break even and make the table back. So I was very excited that I made the cost back of the table. Now I'm just way more motivated to really get a good display together and more products and everything else for my next market, because I had a lot of fun and I did not know if I would. It was something I was really nervous about going into this, was that I wasn't going to enjoy the market experience, and I just bought all of this stuff for a market and to do markets because I've always been excited about it. I've wanted to do it since I really started watching small business owners. Specifically, was I wanted to get into markets and I wanted to be able to do some things. So now that I'm in there, it makes me really excited and I'm happy, and I can't wait to continue. I just applied for a few more markets. Some apps just opened up for January, and I think that's plenty of time. I don't really want to do any more through the rest of December or November right now. I kind of want to take a little bit of a break and just relax and really focus on my Etsy as well. It's slacking right now. I was in the process of changing things and I kept pausing. So I want to get my Etsy updated and get everything else up to date as well online, and my social media a little bit more. And I've already started switching over all of the branding, as you guys have seen as well. So it's a lot, but I'm very excited about it. And hopefully I get accepted to these few markets in January as well. And then we can start back up in the new year with new market, new setup, new products, more products, and just really keep it going from there. So I think I'm going to end out this video here. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it so much, so much. I will see you all in the next video later on this week. We're going to go back to a little bit of a studio vlog, an Etsy vlog, an update, just kind of on everything and where we're going from here. But as you can see, I have such a mess around me. I still have not unpacked. Everything's still in this container from the market. And then also I need to punch needle a little bit as well. I will talk to you all in my next video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can see every time I upload a new video. Bye guys. See you later.